Time now is 5:31. Take a look at your screen. Central Texas can, honestly, certainly we can use dry weather today because yesterday, heavy storms, they slammed our area. Viewers, you shared several videos and photos of flooding all across the area. So in Salado, the creek overflowed. Take a look at that. There was lots of damage in Milam County where a possible tornado may have touched down, and then the heavy storms also made their way to Falls County and in Temple, just outside of the 6 News studios. The roads, well, they started to flood, and this morning Central Texas communities are battling the aftermath of yesterday's severe weather.
That's right. The heavy rain and storms left people with extensive storm damage, flooded roads, and led to an intense water rescue after a man almost lost his life inside of his car.
So we do have Text Today reporter Brendan Cote, who is live from the McLennan County Sheriff's Office. And we understand that those deputies were a part of a rescue mission that was all caught on camera. Good morning to you, Brendan.
Yes, that's right. Good morning, Jasmine and Micah. The sheriff's office here received a call yesterday afternoon, and the caller was telling the dispatcher that his car was quickly flooding and was almost submerged underwater and needed help immediately. So the McLennan County Sheriff's Office sends deputies immediately out there to about 15 minutes outside of Waco. So if you take a look at your screen here, we got the video for you. And here are deputies from the Sheriff's Office and other local agencies working together to fight against the strong currents to save the man's life. The first responders pulled the man out of the driver window of his car after local firefighters and deputies could not pull him out of the rear window because it was just too small. The team grabbed him from the car before it was fully submerged underwater. The sheriff's office says the vehicle was 100 yards away from the road, and the driver was taken to a local hospital, and miraculously he did not suffer any major injuries. So we're going to move on to the city of Cameron here, because Cameron suffered a severe storm, and there's extensive storm damage left for many residents there. So if we take video here, I'll get you a look of what it looks like, because one resident says the storm ripped through its property, leaving debris everywhere. He says the weather launched his metal carport airborne before it crashed into nearby trees. Here's what he said happened in the matter of minutes when he was taking shelter inside his home.
Having lunch, and all of a sudden stuff started hitting the front windows of the house, and it was a pretty good blow and a lot of rain. As the carport blew into a tree. It's fallen out since, but just a pretty good wind. Grill blew off the driveway, and trees down everywhere out here.
Now let's move on to the city of Salado, where that city was seeing a lot of rising floodwaters. It was closing down roads and even slowing down traffic. So let's take a look at what it looked like yesterday. Despite the headache of dealing with the rising waters for drivers, many community members said it wasn't that bad. So some of them stopped to take photos, while others just stood and listened to the sound of the rushing water. Here's what one mother said about the flooding in her town.
We come out here almost daily now that the weather is amazing, and so to see the rain and how high it's come is wild.
Given our history, it's always nice to have full reservoirs and good water supply at the beginning of the summer. So that's great. It's always great news to have good rains.